Hello, good evening. We're here in Dragon Age, Rise of the Canary, where in this scene, Augustus and Serena are looking for their little pet dwarf who has been who knows where for the past couple of days, and they start to worry about him. So we'll take it probably in the tavern where they're they'll meet up and wonder what the fuck is happening. Larry,
Uh, a good lady, did you lose the dwarf again?
if I lost the dwarf, I thought the dwarf was with you. I was at the expedition, you are not. Like, you haven't seen him?
On purpose, no.
Alright, so when was the last time you saw him?
About 2 or 3 days ago.
You mean when we were drinking?
Yes, and you
Okay.
had that unladylike
Nobody
bout
has.
of.
We don't need to go into details about what happened, okay? He's nowhere to be found within the keep.
That oddly makes sense for him. He's probably out digging a ditch somewhere.
Ugh. Okay, I'm going to the stable, so I'm gonna go look for him. You
I
coming?
shall accompany thee. Charlie, come on. I'm with that myself, and Charlie will go out with you.
I'll go to the stable and get my horse.
If you like, we can just wait here, and I'll send Charlie to bring him to us. Because with the dwarf stench, my direwolf can easily find him.
Just get on a horse and come with me.
Yeah, I have what's it now? Ride, so I can easily do it.
Yeah, I think we all do. I mean, it's absolutely necessary.
Right, lead on.
So, Bullet, at what proximity do you think that Porthos is at the moment?
Uh, well, the last time you guys saw him, he was going outside of the keep. So let's say he found himself at the very end of the drawbridge, and he is literally like a few steps to the left, I guess, in
Then
that
why the
hole.
fuck did we take horses?
I don't fucking know.
Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. We're gonna need them for a hot springs anyway. So, we're gonna set out, go out of the drawbridge, and lo and behold, a little bit on the side, we see a shovel sticking out of a hole.
I'll jump down off the horse.
And Serena gets down from the horse and goes towards there to see a fucking sleeping dwarf with the fucking shovel on top of him.
Do you want to kick him awake, or shall I?
Uh, I'll just nudge him with my foot. Mm.
Dear lady, I think you may have to properly kick him. I don't think that level of persuasion will work. He's probably incredibly
I
inebriated.
think I have a better idea. Grab him, put him on my horse. I'll show you something.
Right, easily picked up the dwarf and going over to Serena's horse while he's in his drunken
And
stupor.
we'll get back on the horses and do a little trek towards the forest, the nearby forest, where we'll find the nice hot spring that Jacqueline and Eric are making. And I will ride with the horse on the side of it and push the dwarf in the water.
So is the
So
dwarf in the water?
yeah, you splash quite well in the water.
But where the right?
Go-
So where am
Dwarf,
I?
you're awake.
Why am I? Uh why am I in a hole?
You were passed
This
out for 2 days.
a lot. Oof.
in a fucking hole.
To be fair, I was drinking dragon
No,
piss.
yes, and new rule, not allowed anymore.
Well,
She's gonna get off the horse and pretty much go towards the dwarf, like really menacingly though.
oof,
Listen
how
here,
very frightening.
uh,
Please don't hurt me.
do not test me.
Look,
I'm, I'm
even if I
I'm
wanted
really
to,
close today. I'm really close. I already had to brutally interrogate a fucking grey cloak while you were sleeping off your fucking drunken stupor. What do you think we are here? You came to the Inquisition to do what?
to make money,
How are you
and
gonna
because
make money
someone,
from inside a fucking hole?
he puts his hand up and then he puts it down. I haven't thought of that yet, to be honest. Maybe someday. Who knows?
Well, serious shit are happening right now.
Look,
The
look.
port to the south is being raided by Kunari as we speak.
Ah, okay.
And you lazy fuck is just in a hole that you dig over your own accord for some who
Look,
knows what reason.
it is very therapeutic. I believe I've told you that. I,
And you
when
know
have
what I
I
found
told you that?
really therapeutic? A good
Yes.
punch in the groin. The problem is that you're so low, I can only kick you there, which is even more therapeutic.
Porthos is going to crouch in the water so you don't actually kick him. So his only has his only thing sticking out.
And
Like,
by the way, she turns to Augustus now. Where were you yesterday?
I was indisposed.
Indisposed in what way exactly?
It seems I had an overtly negative reaction to that pig's foot the dwarf gave me previously that I was not aware of.
Look, I was more hungover than you, and yet I managed to get my ass out of the fucking haystack and go to the expedition. Can anyone be professional around here?
Dear lady, you were drinking wine. Whatever that pig's foot the dwarf gave me the previous day had a lingering effect on me that I did not foresee. It's my first time ever drinking that concoction.
to be fair, I did warn you guys both about how that's probably going to kill us. I think. Or did
You
I
must.
just think that?
You just
Us?
got it.
You didn't even drink from it.
Who said I didn't drink from it? I drank from it while I was in Jacqueline's
Oh,
dungeon.
you mean that you dipped your pinky in and put it over your
No,
gums?
that is not what happened.
This is exactly what happened. I was there.
You were? Oh,
Say, say,
uh,
say what? If you're a good boy, I may not tell Boris about this little detail or the other little detail that you drew on his fucking forehead. But you have to get yourself straight.
look, even if I wanted to get very shit faced again, it is not possible because I am out of dragon piss. I would be physically required to travel to no, to Amaranthine, I think. Yes, Amaranthine, and go find this weird bastard that makes it, which is kinda hard to do if you are in the Inquisition because you are required to do shit other than getting shit faced.
Dwarf, your drunkenness incompetence ceases to amaze me.
Look, look, I promise to be sober and try to help you out.
Try.
He puts his hand up and he goes, pinky swear. I, Porthos Scorpion, say on my ancestors that I will help you out when you need it
And
and
stay
not get
fucking
shit faced.
sober.
Yes. Ooh.
So,
Ah.
Dwarf, do you think
I
Because
you can manage
getting,
the
not getting
sobriety?
shit faced and staying sober are two different things.
I Porthos Scorpion hereby swear that the dwarf will be sober for a year.
I notice you conveniently
Okay,
exclude yourself from
maybe
that.
okay, maybe not go that far. I don't know how you are sober. I don't know if I'll be able to handle you or tolerate you. So let's say until further notice.
That's very arbitrary. Could we like give an end date so I know when I could be fun again?
I'll let you know. For now, there are things that we need to do, and there are things we need to catch up because apparently you two were indisposed for the last 2 days, and many things have happened, apparently, that you have missed.
Uh, Give us a briefing then, good lady.
Well, we went to the expedition without you.
Yes, I know that.
We were attacked by some shadows that were controlled by a blood mage, who then proceeded to explode himself. We found some documents that we wait for them to be decoded at the moment, but that will take some time. Well, upon returning, remember those grey cloak people from Redcliffe?
Vaguely.
Vaguely.
I
They were
remember,
trying to kill us.
yes, I remember we were scooping up their blood on the floor, and I suggested that we find a blood mage, which you for some reason agreed with, which is very weird, but hey, that worked out, probably.
Uh, yeah, anyway, there were two of them. However, they were not higher ups. They were hired to distract us, pretty much. That's what we got after interrogating them, which was probably the highlight of today.
Hmm. Say, would you guys happen to know where I put my regular clothes? Cause I don't know why I'm wearing this
I
silk.
don't know. You probably stole them from somewhere. But it doesn't matter because you're wet anyway. Maybe you can get
Yes.
out of the water now.
You know, it probably would have been a better idea if you just stripped me before you threw me in the water, considering I am wearing silk and it's like very expensive.
A dwarf that require a certain level of care and consideration towards you that simply doesn't exist.
Again,
Among other
silk
things.
is very expensive. You could have
You
stripped
didn't
me.
you didn't pay for it.
Dwarf, you stole
Hey,
them,
someone did.
obviously. Yes, but certainly not you.
Yes, but someone did. And I do not want to waste their money.
Can you please let me continue? So anyway, some weird things are happening. These two were paid to distract us. One of the actual grey cloaks escaped. I followed him out of the mess hall because, yeah, they were in our keep. He got into a cart and immediately disappeared.
Ah,
That ring a bell?
yes.
Hmm.
Porthos is now going to submerge his entire body, and then he's going to jump out of there, and then he's gonna slap his face, and he looks very serious now, like he's no
Uh,
longer fun. Porthos.
Boris has joined with Cassandra, I believe, to the raid in the south. So maybe we can take the port back. You can either join that or wait for further instructions. Although, eh, well, you haven't been employees of the month so far, either of you.
It will change. I bet you that. Now that I am sober, hopefully, long enough
Hopefully.
to make things change. Uh, a port being attacked by the Kunari would not be very fun for anyone. So I would highly suggest that we were to protect the port so we can get our goods and so we can harass more of the Kunari if we are going to have our ships destroyed
Well,
and
there
our
is
way to
no
get.
way here because I have other matters to attend.
Somehow, dwarf, like,
However,
yes.
you two might be useful in that front.
Ah, I do love going to the ocean. Well, near an ocean. It's been so
Well, keep in
long.
mind that they may have uh, explosives. So,
Of course. Explosives, you say?
I'm not certain,
Hmm.
but we saw smoke rising from the south.
I wonder if he's gonna whisper to himself. I wonder if there's anyone in there who knows how to make that explosives. And then he's gonna whisper to himself, maybe I should figure out and kidnap him if there is one. He's muttering to himself now.
Well, if that occurs, make sure you take him alive.
Wait, you can hear me?
Well,
You are
if
muttering,
you're
dwarf.
talking out loud and not just thinking it, people hear.
Ah,
That's how ears work. You know how
bad
sound
habit.
travels? Yeah.
Yes, very bad habit. Anyway, where is those grey cloaks and what is your method of torture?
That has been already done.
I assume they are now dead.
No, they're not dead.
Hmm.
They were they had a counter proposal from a new dignitary that has arrived, and her
A
Hmm.
method
counter proposal.
was actually very good. Jacqueline and I broke them, and she rescued them and had them spilling their guts.
So
Because if
basically,
they
what you
didn't,
did,
I would go back and I would feed them their cut off nipples.
it is a lot easier to just stab them in the knee, shove your finger in there, and then wiggle it.
I'm not that
Dwarf,
crude.
your methods are as crude as you are.
Hey, it shows results, and that is all that matters.
Dwarf, you need to
We had
learn.
results, and they're not damaged, so they can do the mission that they were given. If they were stabbed in the knees, they would be useless to us. There was
Well,
another one. There was an apostate. That one we didn't get the chance to interrogate because Boris scared him off and he chewed on some poison that he had tacked in his mouth.
Most important.
Thankfully, I was able to w- avoid that with the other two. I
Mhm.
properly searched them. That might be something you want to keep in mind if you catch any of them. Have them open their mouths.
yes, I doubt we'd ever meet one again. Well, me,
Oh, oh, be certain
just
that we
me.
will.
You might meet one, considering it is your mission to find them, but for
No,
me,
it's
I
not
do
my
not.
mission to find them.
Well, it was your mission that had
But
something to do with them in the first place, is it not?
no, it wasn't. They just happened to be part of it. And it seems that they are a third party that want to mess with us.
Ah,
And they're probably
Most
working with the Kunari.
most
so
inconvenient.
so they are working for the Kunari.
Probably.
Hmm.
But this was not part of any mission. I just happened to see one of them and just followed him. And then,
Mhm.
one thing led to another, and we uncovered a conspiracy, I suppose.
Okay. So
All in a day's
when
work, I suppose.
when is this cove? Uh, what's the word I am looking for? raid going to happen?
I'm not exactly certain. We have to return to the keep and then see who's available. I
Yes.
think Cassandra is already off with Boris. The commander is probably indisposed for a few days. Maybe speak to Iron Bull if he's still there, or Liliana. I don't know.
Hmm. Would you happen to know how far away this cove is?
One moment. What were you asking?
Would you happen to know where or how far away this
Well, it's
dock
pretty
is?
far. It will take a bit to reach it. Probably
So
a
the
few days.
probability of us getting there and the job already being done is quite high then.
I don't think so. I don't know. You will have to check with. Uh, I don't know with whom.
Dwarf, your laziness
So
astounds me.
who said I was lazy? I was merely asking a question.
If we have the job to do, we do it. We don't worry if someone else is going to do it for us.
Funny for you to say.
My health problems aside, this does not mean I refuse a job when it is given.
Yes, but at the moment, you two are pretty much in the same position. Like, how much gold have you made since you came here?
Almost nothing.
And you, dwarf?
I did, let's see, I got like 50 gold for killing that guy. I got, I don't remember to be honest. I bought it all. Well,
Well, we've been here almost. I've been here almost as long as you have, and I've made around 5,000 gold. Can you
wow, how
explain
very
to me?
rich.
Can you explain to me how I managed that,
Uh,
and you didn't?
let's see, because you weren't digging a hole in
Yes,
the
but
middle of
I'm
nowhere.
not digging a hole in the middle of nowhere. Instead, I'm working,
Eh,
and it's not like most of the missions are specified to my abilities or my skills. I do whatever is needed of me, and I make myself available.
he was about to say something and then he shuts his mouth and he just doesn't talk. Well
And
then,
as for you, Augustus, I don't know if you've ever worked a day in your life, honestly.
Well, I suppose I've worked about three or four since I've got here.
Well, there's another noble that just arrived, and somehow she's been here for less than 2 days and managed to work more than you have. So get off your high horse and get to work. Because that seasoning that your grandfather requested is not gonna happen from the tavern or from your bed.
No, it's not.
And I really could have used you there yesterday.
My apologies. I will not trust the dwarf for any future concoctions.
Well, that was mostly Jacqueline, but you know.
so since we are conversing here, might we go back in the keep and actually get the dwarf some new clothes? Because the dwarf is very cold right now and he just wants to get warm.
Sure, you'll get warm by running behind my horse.
Don't fall behind,
Ah,
dwarf.
I would run, but I think I'll just have a leisure walk. But then again, I have no clue
Uh,
where I am, so I'd probably get lost and ah,
just
damn
get
it.
on the horse, fuck's sake.
Ah, thank you.
On your horse, not mine. I don't want to get wet.
I'm not
But
having him on my horse.
Then put him on your wolf.
That filthy dwarf would stink up Charlie's wonderfully white, pristine, perfect coat.
Well, you're going to war.
Yes.
He's going to get dirty anyway. So,
I have a detailed grooming kit for him.
well, then you
could
can use it once we reach the keep.
I'm not using it.
could
The dwarf
you
stink will never get off him. Besides, he'll attack the dwarf if he
right?
tries it.
Then you get on the on the
Right.
dog, and he gets on the horse.
Wolf,
It's just, uh,
wolf, purebred direwolf.
well, Serena is just riding off at this point, and you decide what you do in enough time before you lose sight of her, because you might get
I'm
lost
just
otherwise.
fuck my life. I'm just gonna run, I guess, with my stubby little dwarf legs.
Oh, I'll follow Spring on my horse, and Charlie be running along beside me.
Have you no mercy for the poor dwarf?
What do you mean? You ran off and left him, and you dumped him in the hot springs. I didn't dump him in the hot springs.
Yeah, because we had to wake him up somehow.
Yes, we woke him up, and then what was your answer once we woke him up? Leave him.
I told you to put him on your horse.
Oh
Whatever.
yeah, that's a great suggestion for you. Oh,
To
I don't
be
have to deal
fair,
with the dwarf.
I carried him on the way here.
the dwarf. This is probably the most sobering experience he has ever had, being like fucking fling in a hot spring and then him having to run who knows how
Well,
far
yeah,
away back to the keep.
it's about an hour by on foot.
Yeah, it's gonna fucking be wheezing really fucking hard.
I
Well,
thought dwarves were natural.
I'll toss him a skin of water.
I thought dwarves were natural country sprinters.
Well, the thing is, you have long legs, and I have stubby legs. So
I'm
there's
also on a
that
horse.
difference.
Augustus, just put him on your horse or on your dog. He might be dry by now.
Whoa! Right, I'll ride Charlie back, and the dwarf can have my horse.
Ah, oh,
You better not
I
fall.
think this is the lesson for me to never drink again, so I do not get thrown away in a very horrible pit and having to run away for an hour.
Keep in mind, this is the treacherous lady that threw you in the hot springs.
Yes.
I'm
Oh,
trying to get you people. Ugh. You know what? Like right now, you're smooching out of the Inquisition without doing anything but drinking yourselves. And okay, I would expect that from the dwarf, but you're supposed to be a nobleman. You're supposed to be a princeling or something.
Yes, I am a prince.
Well, you don't act like it. You
That's
act,
why I was
you
sent
act
out.
like a brat.
to
Well, I'm trying to rid
be
myself of that.
fair, that's how all princes act, no? Nobles as well.
What can I tell you? I don't have much contacts with the upper classes.
There's a
I
feeling
should
it was
take you
most
to
assuredly
Antiva.
mutual. So now that we're back at the keep,
Well, I guess you have to find new clothes for the dwarf.
dwarf, I believe your old rags are still in your room if you can find it.
I
Why
wonder.
would I want to wear my old rags if they're rags? That is quite the very awfulest thing you have. You wound me. Why would I wear a piece of shit when I could be wearing silk
You're
like
Well,
already
this?
wearing silk.
Yes, but
Destroyed.
you stole
silk.
still from poor hapless victim.
Well,
Well,
So
if
okay,
they
let's
could
not go that
afford,
far, Augustus. A poor
If they could,
hapless victims wouldn't be able to afford silks.
yes,
Right,
my point exactly.
a rich defensive victim you robbed, dwarf.
They are rich enough to buy silk, they can buy more silk. That is how it works.
Just because someone can afford silk doesn't mean they can afford it all the time.
Then they shouldn't have bought the silk in the first place if they can't afford it to get stolen.
Dwarf, your logic is as flawed as you are. I think sobriety doesn't suit you very well.
Oh,
It,
please.
it is going to be quite fine. Now, I am going to be right back. I am going to get something quite a lot more dry and warmer.
Make sure you don't get drunk on your way there.
The dwarf has promised not to get, what's the word? Plastered until the very scary assassin lady has said otherwise. Has he not?
Yes, and you better keep to that promise.
Hmm. Ah, it might take a while for me to get sober, just so you know.
It's for your own good. I'm not doing it
Yes,
for me.
yes. Well, I'll be right back. And when he fucking returns, you guys can do something first, I guess.
Yeah.
I have to say, dear lady, I was very impressed with your handling of the dwarf and actually getting him to agree to sobriety.
Well, now the question is how I'm gonna get you to agree to being more humble than you are. Or,
It will come later, but for
well,
now, I will endeavor to improve my performance and work.
well, improvement requires for you to be to a certain level. So far, you haven't done much in terms of missions. I mean, okay, you did spar with that other guy, but that doesn't count as work.
Well, those grey cloaks certainly
You need to
interrupted.
make yourself available. You should go and see. Hmm. Well, I will have to check who you need to speak to. Probably find Priscilla. She will probably have something for you.
That seems agreeable.
And maybe something a bit more important than just escorting a caravan.
Yes, the caravan escorting was serviceable, but not anything to write home about.
Yeah, I know. The Redcliffe thing, however, that was something. Speaking of which, um, did you have any weird dreams, visions, or uh, hearing voices or anything like that since then?
Not in the last 2 days, no, but I had a troubling experience when I first entered the keep.
Oh, care to tell me what?
An apparition appeared before me and was talking to me most strange, and I lost control of myself and banged my head off the wall.
Okay. I have a suspicion that we might have brought something with us from Red.
You suspect a demon?
I'm not certain. I don't know. But I do get a whisper in my head at
Mm-hmm.
specific points. First time it happened that I remember was in Redcliffe as soon as Lyria destroyed the bed with the summoning circles.
Yes.
Then I don't remember. I think there was some random time that it happened, but then when I woke up from that dream that I told you about the other day, I had that same experience. And when that gray cloak got into the cart and disappeared, it happened again.
That
So
is very strange.
every time there's some weird occurrence, like some magic effect, I get it. And I think it's getting worse because it's calling me by name.
That is always actually quite bad, dear lady. If a demon knows your name, you
Yes.
need to get
I'm not certain that it's a demon. I'm not certain what it is, but I need to speak. I don't know to whom. Probably Jacqueline or Arik or Zach. I.
a
Hmm.
mage seems to be the wisest, or possibly a priest.
Well, yeah, Arik is a priest.
Priests are very good for dealing with demons. Of course, how good our priest will be at dealing with demons is a different story.
Yeah, I don't know. Should I tell Colin about this?
After it's sorted,
Mm.
there's no point causing yourself unnecessary hardship.
Well, yeah, but if he learns it afterwards and know that I didn't tell him
Well,
after
you are.
the whole incident that happened the other night, uh,
That might make things a bit suspect for you.
well, I mean, well, okay, I guess I'll speak to Zach first, or Jacqueline, and see.
And at this point, the dwarf returns, and he is wearing silk again, except this time it looks like it is from Orlais, like the fashion of Orlesians.
Dwarf,
Yes?
Like
who,
Serena doesn't
who,
say anything. Like her jaw is like dropped. Like, are you fucking serious?
who did you steal that
What?
silk from?
Who said anything about stealing it?
I did.
It is not stolen, I found it. And that will be the end of it.
So
Now,
you stole
what
the
were we
silk again.
doing? No? Look,
You
Mm.
it is different. I found it. It is clean. And it smells quite dashing, if you ask me.
Where did you
Now,
find it?
somewhere. Look,
knowing our
I
dwarf, you
found
probably
it.
stole it from the commander.
What? How would it fit me if it's from the commander?
You
She's
had it
not
altered.
wearing Orlesian silks. Ugh.
Look, it is fine. You do not need to ask. Now, shall we just have our conversation about. To be honest, I do not remember what we were talking about.
Dwarf, are you still drunk?
I did say it might take a while to get sober
Did you
again.
drink while you were there?
No, I did promise.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm gonna roll
Yeah.
something.
he's really. He's not drunk, you fucking bastards. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Okay.
Look,
Uh, are you telling the truth?
yes, he is
He's
telling the
telling the
fucking
truth.
truth. He is telling the truth.
I'm
Well, you
watching you, dwarf.
Yes, yes, you can watch me, but I did say it might
Better
take a
go
while
and
for
eat
me to get
something. You've
sober.
been asleep for 2 days. Go and eat.
Yes.
And
Well
I
then
then,
and then go see Priscilla and ask for work. And
But
maybe apologize for being a bum.
why would I need to apologize for that?
Ah.
It
In
look,
any
it
case, regarding our uh, outing the other day before you dug your hole, do you remember anything from that night?
I vaguely remember you sitting on a horse drinky thingy and you
Okay,
got yourself wet.
that's all you remember.
He nods. You can roll if you want, because he is fucking lying, by the way.
Oh, bastard! Okay, roll your bluff.
Fucking hell, let me open my sheet. Uh, let's see what my bluff is. Bluff. Oh, nice. That's lovely.
Meow. Oh, my job, baby.
Oh, fuck me. Why did I have to roll a 2?
Did I even bother rolling to see that you're lying?
Well, he still
Well,
got an 18. He just rolled really low. You know he's lying.
you might want to tell me what you remember before I got you.
But you
Screw
really
that
got
dwarf.
me.
I shall stand here and laugh at you as he got you.
Oof, well, but you really got me, though.
Yes. I'll even lend her my sword to do it.
To be honest, I'm kind of interested if you would actually got me. So, I remember you sitting on the horse drinky thingy and you got yourself wet. And then you fell asleep on a hay pile.
And what else?
What's about it?
I don't know. We were talking that night. Do you remember the things that were discussed, perhaps?
Mm, I do remember that he points at Augustus. His grandfather owned slaves. Wait, no. He killed slave. Wait. His grandfather owned slaves, I think.
Dwarf,
Look, it's very hazy. I do not remember all of the details.
Okay, good.
He's lying, just so you know.
You can't. No, he's not lying because I've already seen through your lie. Because you have to.
God damn it.
Do you want me
Yeah.
to kick you in the face again?
Why would you kick me in the face? Would you really ruin my new duds? It is really expensive. Look, it has even has an
Pay
embroiderment
for
on
them.
it.
You didn't pay for them.
Yes, but someone else did.
Well, and if you don't start talking, they're gonna be stained with your blood.
Look, fine. I remember you telling us about the story of Cullen and how you did
protect
stuff.
him.
How the
Yes.
hell were you able to remember all that after drinking dragon piss?
I'm amazed the
To
dwarf
be honest,
remembers his own name after drinking that much dragon piss.
it's once you do it, let's see. He starts counting. Uh, Once you do it for many, many years, it gets easier.
Well, you better forget.
You might want to give me some alcohol for that. But I
I
did
don't
promise I
have
would
anything.
not drink,
I don't have anything
so
in terms of alcohol, but I do have a great amount in terms of kicking ass.
he winks at you and he goes, I promise to forget. And he winks like twice. Wink, 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 wink.
She will glare at him.
Also glaring at the dwarf. Dwarf, there seems to be a twitch in your eye. Do you want me to knock it back to normal?
It is fine. There was just a fly landing on my eyelid. I
Mm.
was
Another.
merely trying to shoo it away with my eyelashes.
And of course, it goes without saying that if you encounter Callan, you don't act like you know anything.
Huh,
Hopefully, the dwarf in his uncouthness can understand such simple
to be
instructions.
honest, I barely. Well, I have I don't think I've ever spoken to Colin.
Yes, cause you barely worked since you arrived.
Yes, that is true. Well, I guess that is about to change soon.
Yes, so keep that in
Yes.
mind.
Mm-hmm.
If you do anything, I'm gonna geld you.
Well, isn't that very lovely?
Hmm.
I hope you will give me the pleasure of watching.
How very voyeuristic.
But I think that we're all in agreement. Let's go
Well,
to
Let
the mess hall and have some dinner then, because this has been a very long day.
yes, it has. And after eating, I suppose we can go find Priscilla and try to ask her for that cove job.
Well, we're gonna actually end the scene here because
Yes, I know,
Brandon
but
isn't here,
he's
but
just declaring
you know
something.
what to do
Yeah,
with Brandon.
yeah, he's
yeah,
just saying that he's gonna do that.
Well, I don't know when. You can ask him.
Yeah,
he's online now.
Anyway, as they go to the mess hall to have some food, it fades to black.
it
Look, black.
was the black, the
Yeah.
black.
Laters.